The family uses
A family
email.
uses email. Describe in detail what is meant by the term email. Hi there, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with none other than...
Noah!
Noah! It's like an exclamation mark in the name. And today, we're going to be looking at some weird GCSEs. If you're unaware, the UK has students test on literally everything.
Yeah.
Things that, as an American, I'm like, I'm sorry, what? That's a course that you take it? What? I mean, I've had electives growing up, but the UK just have tests on these things, and it blows my mind. It was recommended to me to do this type of video from this user here on my YouTube. Thank you for clicking that bell and helping me out figure out these cool video ideas. So without further ado, I just want to start looking at some weird GCSEs. Noah, you've taken a lot of weird GCSEs, haven't you?
Weird ones, I guess. I took PE, which people find weird.
There's a PE exam.
It's more like sports science.
What does that even mean?
It's like biology and the body.
But there's already a biology.
Yeah, but this is sporty biology. It makes sense, kind of. It's more like energy systems, and then...
So like if I was like, where on your body is your femur, you'd be like, right here.
Yeah, I would do that if I, if I knew it.
So physical education, that's an exam that you take.
Yeah, PE.
Phys ed. We call it phys ed, which sounds cooler.
No, it doesn't.
Phys ed.
Phys ed.
PE. I think I had to take one test in my entire 4 years of PE, and it was just like about volleyball. I remember we had to like be like, what's a spike? And
Oh, you were tested for that?
yeah, because we had a lesson on volleyball.
But did it go for a grade or something? Or
It doesn't really matter. As long as you show up and wear your like clothes, you get participation for gym. But you guys get to have things such as, which one is the most appropriate test to measure maximal strength? I'm assuming you know this.
Look, I did GCSEs a while ago. I mean,
A while, like what, 2-3 years ago?
This is the 1 rep max test.
What is that? I don't even know what that is.
One-
Oh!
The
Maximal strength would be the 1 rep yes!
Yeah, the heaviest...
I think I've heard that from my PT.
Yeah.
Which one best describes coordination? To change body... I mean, that sounds pretty simple. I mean, I feel like this isn't so bad now.
C.
To move 2 or more body parts together smoothly. Yeah, this doesn't seem bad. It just seems annoying. I wouldn't want to take this test.
No, but you get so many points for multiple choice.
Oh yeah, this is your guys' multiple choice test.
Yes.
Let's see, we have Usain Bolt driving away. Oh, identify the joint movements in the hip and ankle. No, that's 0 marks for me.
I got an A star, but I remember...
Really?
I remembered nothing.
Oh, there's a diagram of I guess it's really cool that you guys have to learn such detailed stuff on the human body.
Yeah, it's mostly just like muscles and joints. It wouldn't be like...
But you still have a lot of it in your head, right?
Well,
Clearly. Identify the plane and the axis when the arm bends at the elbow. This is like if a nerd wanted to like learn how to play tennis. All right, interesting test there.
have you seen High School Musical?
Yes, of course.
You know, Gabriella and her friends try and work out like the perfect shot. It's like that.
So that's basically what you've done. High School Musical is real, but in England. I guess you've learned this throughout, what, a 1 year? Or is it over the course of your entire school?
GCSEs is like... I went to a boarding school, so we
Sure.
had 3rd, 4th, and 5th form, which is year 9, year 10, year 11.
Sure.
Which is 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. But when I did GCSEs, we did it for 9th grade and 10th grade. The first year of school was kind of just like PE, where everyone has to do PE in the first year.
Okay.
So we kind of learned stuff like that, but then 2 years after that, those are the GCSE years.
Either way, I mean, the fact that you guys have to take a test on PE, yeah.
I know what blood doping is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Taking that tea.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Doping it up, I was to say that.
Gender is a factor that affects the recommended calorie intake. Does gender or does sex?
Describe 2 other factors. You're biphobic.
Biphobic?
I'm just using words I don't know.
Bisexuality.
I was trying to think of what the word is for someone that's against the binaries.
Transphobe.
I thought transphobic.
They're not against binaries. They're against trans people.
One course that I know you took that blows my mind, because I've never heard of a school in the US taking this.
Yeah.
Religious studies, and supposedly like everyone in the UK takes this. When I tweeted the other day, what's a course that really annoyed you? So many people said RE or RS, and I was like, what?
Well, in my school, everyone did religious studies up until year 13, which is like...
Do you have to choose all the different religions or just one?
In my school, we just did Christianity, but...
Oh, cool. That's just Christianity studies then.
Yeah,
so CS.
literally. The only people that did religious studies, there were like 5 sets,
Yeah.
for like ability sets, and if you're in the top 2 sets for English, you have to do religious studies.
So if you're really good at reading, they're like, now read the Bible.
Yeah, literally.
That's, okay, let's see. We've got this one from 2018. Which one of the following describes the word omnipotent?
Oh, all-powerful.
That's pretty easy. All-powerful.
Easy.
Easy. Give 2 Christian teachings about original sin. Women aren't to be trusted. Don't eat apples.
Don't eat apples.
That's what the original sin is, right? I'm assuming. It's Adam and Eve, and don't deceive.
Temptation?
Temptation.
Greed?
Greed. Yeah, because you already had everything. Just also listen to God.
You had everything but one
the
apple
one apple
that you wanted.
Shame, shame, shame. Explain 2 ways in which Jesus' crucifixion influences Christians today. Well, it saves us.
The crosses.
Crosses.
They
I don't know what you mean by that.
got the crosses.
Zero
Like,
marks.
They use crosses as like...
Oh.
They have the necklaces.
I thought you meant like we still crucify people. Christians are like, let's throw up a cross for Jesus.
Throw up a cross for Jesus.
You go to church and as soon as like the worship song comes on, people like this.
I've got the X.
I'm saved. Explain 2 Christian teachings about the incarnation.
What's incarnation? I know reincarnation.
I think incarnation, isn't that? No, that's transubstantiation. I have no clue what the incarnation is. Clearly, I'm not. Here we go. This is my favorite question here.
I love essay questions.
A loving God would not send anyone to hell.
Oh my
Evaluate this statement
Literally.
using your Christian teaching.
You can use your own opinion and they won't care. 'Cause,
What?
My conclusion to every essay was just like, in my opinion, God isn't real. But Christians can
Really?
believe it. Yeah, I got so
Oh,
many
because you're
marks.
studying Christianity.
Yeah, because my RS teacher was like the chaplain of our school.
Oh my
So he used to hate me because all my essays he wrote in my my end of year what's it called, grading. He was just like very argumentative but good at it, and I was like,
That's a good compliment. I was one of those people in class where I would just find out what the teacher believed in, and I would say that so I could get a good grade.
that's not what our teacher would do.
I mean, I just don't know how a loving God would not send anyone to hell. As a kid, I'd just be like,
Yeah.
you've just ruined... I thought I was Christian, but I took this RE test and now I'm not. I don't know how he could do that to people.
You don't question God.
Yeah, that's actually... There we go. Just one answer. Just don't question God.
12 marks.
12 marks? 12 out of 4 marks. I actually like this test. This is not that bad.
They're quite fun. Like, they're interesting.
Explain 2 ways in which the worldwide church works for reconciliation. What does that even mean?
What's the worldwide church?
And also reconciliation means to give back from what? The Crusades. Maybe they're reconciling for the Crusades. Sorry,
I
everyone.
thought you meant in modern day. And
No!
the
The war? Infant baptism is not as important as believers' baptism. That's a good question.
Ooh.
Because that's kind of like forcing Christianity upon a child without them knowing about it.
Yeah.
I
So
like-
it's not as important.
No, I find that if you're baptized later in life, that's probably more.
But you have to do it again to with
Yeah,
confirmation. You have
confirmation
to
at
confirm your
13
belief.
or 14, wherever
Yeah.
you're religious. Oh, okay. This is not a bad test.
No.
And I think we would have totally aced it, and Jesus would have been watching us the whole time.
Also got an A star in this.
You got an A star in religious studies?
Yeah. I was
You
just
just
good
took
at
it in
writing.
Christianity. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I wasn't. Yeah, like you said, you have to be good at writing, and then they force you into it.
Yeah, because it's essay questions, but you have to hit certain points.
My teacher told me I sucked at essays and wouldn't let me into the upper class. Like, point blank said, your essays suck. I can't approve of you going to AP English.
That's so rude.
I'm always bad at writing. I'm good at talking in class
Yeah.
when I shouldn't be.
Me too.
So I got an interesting tweet saying someone had a hospitality and catering exam, which is the Welsh people take that, I guess.
So well.
Yeah. The WJEC. We have 80 marks total.
Gone on crude.
Uncruit. I don't even know.
Culinary test the meanings below by placing the correct letter in the box.
True or false? Always dry your hands with a paper towel. Can I please get an A star on this one? Dry your hands, please. Fly sprays can be used in a catering kitchen.
Probably not.
I just imagine someone spending a whole year of their life in school learning about fly spray. Fridge temperatures must be checked. Are these people expecting to... Oh, I guess it's working catering. That's an honorary profession. What's a short crust pastry? I don't even know what any of these are, I'm going to be very honest.
Victoria sandwich. Is that one of those cakes with cream and jam?
Victoria sponge?
Victoria sponge.
Oh. Vegan. Gluten-free, right? Is that gluten-free? No poison sumac.
Leaf-free.
No leaves.
No leaves.
It's like the
Recycle.
opposite and recyclable. This food's recyclable. Give 2 reasons why we should eat fruit and vegetables. They're good for you and they taste good. This is not a real test. But yet again, someone on my Twitter said this was one of the worst exams they took. I guess because how are you supposed to study for this type of thing? Evaluate factors to consider when choosing equipment for a new catering. I mean, this is just such a specific test for a profession that I think it's great that you can take it.
Yeah, you can get into that career easy.
Yeah, that sounds great, but also at this early in school, it just sounds weird. This would be a VOTEC thing in the US. Like after you graduate high school, then you could take a catering course.
Okay.
And get an associate's degree.
I've never heard of this.
Okay, yeah, it's Welsh.
There was food science at one of my schools I went to.
Food science?
Yeah.
You mean food and nutrition exam? Food preparation and nutrition. This, like, in the US, we only have, like, maths, sciences. Sometimes you take an elective, such as maybe food economics or whatever, home economics, but it's not a GCSE level test. It's just an end of the class test.
Oh.
And it's not which food is high in protein.
Cabbage.
It's cheese. Oh, wait, I have the mark. This one has the answers on it?
No, I think you just... Did you just click that?
Oh, this is an example.
Oh, so cheese is right.
Cheese is right. I think we're just really smart, honestly. Which is a micronutrient? I mean...
Carbohydrate.
Vitamin? I don't know.
Maybe, but...
I don't know what it is. Celiac
Celiac.
disease is an intolerance
Is it-
to racism. And
Why
wheat.
celiac? What? Where did that come from?
I just see it intolerance, and I think,
Oh, right.
yes, bad answer. Which of the following methods of cooking is all water-based? Oh, poaching, boiling, simmering.
Boil and
D.
mash 'em. No, boil and mash them.
Stick them in a stew. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, this, yet again, is just another one where I'm like, that's fun. We have a couple more fun ones. ICT.
Oh, shut up. We had some course that we had to do.
Is it information and communication?
No, there was this thing that we had to do when we were at 13, where we just had to finish so many different projects, and we got half a GCSE for it, and it took a year to do it, and you had to get it marked by a computer, so if something was slightly off...
How many GCSEs did you have to take?
I think you have to take at least 9. But
And one of them was the computer one?
I didn't take ICT.
So
I
here's
just
the
didn't do
first
it.
question. A school has a desktop publishing software to produce a draft of a sponsor form. Here it is. Complete it. Part A. Part A. This is clip art. What's part B? Text
Name.
box.
Oh! I would get it wrong.
Part C is like cells. Like it's a cell
Oh,
block. Oh, D
yeah.
is word art.
I was gonna say that's from Word.
Yeah, this is like a word art thing. It's just, this looks so, like, and I love this question here that says, other than the features shown, name 2 different features that would improve the appearance. I don't know, everything being the same font so it doesn't look like you're in elementary school. Like, if I saw this as I wouldn't sponsor them.
I was gonna say colour.
Oh, add some color to it.
Yeah. No one's gonna look at a black and white poster and be like, ooh.
I can't wait. This is also a WJEC one. I wanted to give the Welsh people some representation.
Oh, this is what... Okay.
Very
That's
fun
so much.
example.
The family uses
A family
email.
uses email. Describe in detail what is meant by the term email.
Electronic mail.
A star.
In detail.
In detail, it sends a message in between 2 computers over the internet. But how is that what an email is? I feel like this is so basic. Most kids these days grow up with computers. Why would you need to know what describe 3 ways emails could be misused. What is that?
Oh, no. We used to sit in ICT lessons and just send each other GIFs over email because we weren't allowed phones.
We had so many of our websites in my computer programming class banned, like Facebook and
Oh,
MySpace.
yeah.
So, but they didn't block Gmail, and Gmail had GChat. So we would all just chat to each other and send each other jokes. I just don't understand how this is an actual test that you guys have to take. At least in Wales.
I think you have to take
I
it.
guess
Wait,
you have to take 9 GCSEs.
Did you not have ICT lessons at school?
Not mandatory. When I
It
was in
was-
7th grade, I had to take a course called keyboarding.
Oh, like touch typing.
Like how to type from home keys and things.
We had that, but we learnt touch typing when I was like 7, and they just had a cereal box, and they cut off half the sides of it, so you put your hands on the keyboard. And
Oh, so you don't see
They
it.
put a cereal box on top of it, and that was the thing you had to do.
Ours was genuinely a game. Like, they had us play this game where asteroids were flying at us, and they'd have, like, words on them, and we had to type. And as you typed and hit enter, the word would get exploded. And so, as they came faster, you had to hurry up and keep typing or you'd get hit.
That would give me so much anxiety.
Oh, it was
as a
freaky.
7-year-old.
Especially because, so the whole goal was they're supposed to train you to type with your,
Yeah.
home keys. But what it taught me was I kept getting C's and D's when I did that. But when I typed with my good 2 fingers, I would get B's and A's. So because of the fact that it was full of anxiety and do it, I ended up just not doing that.
You don't type like that now, right?
I genuinely don't have home keys, but I can type really fast just because I've used my computer since I was a kid. But I don't have home keys.
I wanna see you type.
I don't just use 2, I use them all.
Okay.
But it's almost like a muscle memory thing, not
Yeah.
I didn't have to get taught.
Okay.
Which is weird. This is the other one. This is the AQA one. This is a bit more legit. It's AQA. Yeah. AQA I heard was the hardest exam board.
Is this science?
This is actually computer science. So it's the same thing, I guess, as information technology, except we have, the first question is, define the term algorithm. Something that demonetizes and causes depression.
I was gonna say.
But, okay, the last one I wanted to look at is geography. I've heard a lot of negative things from my audience about geography.
I like geography.
Really?
Yeah, it was fun. It was like cliffs and
What's
seas.
as
and
in identify
rocks.
one example of an igneous rock.
I mean, I would know that like 4 years ago.
I don't know what schist is, and I'm assuming it's that. That's not a real word.
That's a slur.
That's a German. What's a slur? Don't be such a schist. I mean, we took social studies in elementary school, which I guess had some... What? Freeze thaw is an example of a weathering process. State one other weathering process that affects the landscape. Wind erosion?
Yeah.
I mean...
I didn't read the question. I just saw freeze thaw, and I'm like, I know it.
Oh, yeah! You were like, I know it! Cliffs.
Yeah.
I thought geography was just teaching you about where countries were.
They had like stacks and stumps. You know what stacks and stumps are?
No.
And they had like arches. You know what a cliff? Have you heard of like Dodal Door?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
like they have like arches
southwest.
and then they have like stacks and stumps next to it.
Oh! I just don't understand how you guys have so many different varied tests. You have GCSEs
yeah.
on erosion and on food, cooking and catering, but
Yeah.
also religious studies. And I just don't know how you're able to study for each of these things.
But then on like single subjects, you'd have different courses for them, and each course would be so different. Like AQA would be completely different to EdXL, and like
why?
I don't know.
Why don't they just have one? I guess AQA is more difficult, then why would you take that if you could take the EdXL?
But then there was also GCSEs and IGCSEs, the international GCSEs,
Which
I did.
so
But
those
then I did some GCSEs.
are those harder? Do they work to getting A levels better?
Well, people say they're easier, but those people didn't do them.
Uh.
So I did IGCSEs, and they pretty much compare you to like a lot of other countries. So the grade boundaries would be probably higher, because people in other countries are smarter than people in England.
Yeah, well, I feel like people that took EdXL were like, EdXL is so much harder than AQA, and the people that took AQA would tweet me like, AQA is so much harder.
Yeah.
But 80% of people I think AQA is harder.
The
The letters scare me more. Too
many letters.
AQA reminds me of AP, so I think, that's legit. You did well on your GCSEs, right?
Yeah, I got the GCSE award for the best results.
What?
Yeah, no one believes
Nerd?
I'm smart. Everyone's like, you're dumb, and I'm like, no. We had like, because I was a sports scholar, but they had an award for the best results from someone who wasn't an academic scholar, so I got that award.
Do you have any parting words for people on how you did it? How can they pass all the GCSEs that are weird? No, you have no...
I didn't revise. I don't know.
Please revise.
You revise.
How do you revise for all these topics, though?
You just go through the textbook.
There's too many things to revise for. That's what confuses me, because like, at least with ours, physics, math, those are similar. Sociology, English, psychology, they're all a bit in the same realm. Whereas I can't study for catering and geography and religious studies and PE.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the weird subjects, most of the questions and most of like the topics are like
Simple?
They're simple, but they're common knowledge. Like, it wouldn't be that difficult to figure out what...
Yeah, some were stupid
joint
easy,
you're
but some were
moving
stupid...
for tennis.
Well, I don't know. This one. But I don't know what the names of things are.
Oh, no, but, like, it's kind of...
Are you trying to... What muscles do you use when you... Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this weird video. If you had any weirder GCSEs or tests where you're from, I'd like to hear about it, because I just like learning about new things. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you want, check out Noah's channel in the description. What's your newest video?
Oh, don't watch my newest video.
Don't watch it. Watch one of these.
I did a Minecraft video.
Minecraft. Anyway, thanks for watching, creepers. See you later, gamers. Bye. Oh my god, it's so hot.
Boy.